The next song we're going to play in just a second is 100 Bad Days. And I mean, what you say in the song, guys, it's so true. You have all these stories in your life where it's like, oh, how am I ever going to get past this worst day of my life? But then down the road, you're with your friends in a couple years. Hey, remember that time I did this stupid nonsense? So good. It's something we can all relate to.
Totally. Yeah. That first came to me because I was dating a lot that year.
What? That was totally my idea first. I can't let him take credit for that. Remember, I wrote it in my notes. I think I wrote
back to the parties thing.
Oh, it was a collaboration.
Oh, I think it was a collab. I think I was let's set the record straight. I think I was the first one to come up with it.
Yeah.
Ryan sort of. No, I remember now.
Yeah.
No,
you sort of leached.
No, I didn't leach. Yeah. So Jack had in his notes something like
a million bad days made a million
good stories.
Yeah.
And then I came up with 100 good stories make me interesting at parties.
That's true.
And then I kind of wrote it about a year where I was like dating and going on a lot of dates. And I kind of realized that every bad date was more fun to talk about at parties to your friends and stuff. And all the good dates I like never really told anybody about.
No one cares.
Yeah,
that cool. Good for you.
And there was just kind of this moment of like where it clicked. It was like, oh, I feel like nobody has said this kind of like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but in like an AJR-ish kind of quirkier way. So yeah, that led to that song.
All right, it's iHeartRadio Live. I'm Mike Jones with AJR, and we're going to continue listening to some more songs. One that's very relevant right now, of course, with the election and everything going on in our world is Burn the House Down. Such a strong message for everyone. Get off your butt. Get to do something. You can't just sit around and do nothing.
Yeah, I think we thought of that. We wrote that a while ago now, probably like 3 years ago. Yeah. And just every year it, for some reason, becomes more and more relevant to the world, which is kind of scary. That the world is headed in that direction. But it's kind of interesting. We wrote it as AJR's version of a political song. We didn't really have this character being, I stand for justice, because that's not who we are. We kind of wrote it at a place of like, should we write a political song? Are we going to lose fans? Are we going to be allowed to perform on TV if we actually say our opinions? And so we wanted to write a song like that. And I'm really glad, like March for Our Lives, the gun control, that whole organization took that as their theme song. And we saw it like so much with the whole Black Lives Matter thing. It's amazing that people are using it for their own causes.
It's an incredible song. And, like you said, it's becoming more and more relevant every year. I wish it wasn't the case. I wish it would get less and less that way. But anyway, I realize as we're going through the songs here, guys, that we're going backwards in life, kind of like a Benjamin Buttons thing. Because the next one I want to talk about is Birthday Party, where I don't know if anybody else has ever done a song from the perspective of someone that was born 1 minute ago. It's just like, how do you even get the idea for that for someone in a hospital looking around, opening their eyes for the first time and seeing the world?
Well, I'm trying to think of anyone. Oh no, you know what? That was you. But Stevie Wonder, isn't she lovely? Less than one. Oh, he's singing about someone that was just born, not from the point of view.
Perspective.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was Ryan's idea. I think the first thing he came up with, I actually remember this very specifically. We were uptown at our apartment at school, and we were I think we hit a week of writer's block of like, okay, like let's try to change things up a little bit. And he was in the shower and he's like, Jack, come here. And I ran in and I hopped in. That's not what happened. I did run in though. And he was like, Jack, listen to this chorus. He was like, he just said, thank you for coming to my birthday party. I'm 1 minute old today and everything's going great. And he was like, that was basically it. And he didn't really know what the song was about. And I was like, oh my God, that's like such a great chorus. Like what on earth is happening? And I think we jumped out from there. Okay, like what is this? This is definitely from the point of view of a kid, but like, how do we make it interesting? And then we came up with this like really, we think really unique idea of this baby being super naive and being like, life is going to be great. None of this stuff is going to happen. None of this bad stuff is going to happen. I'm going to have a perfect life. All kind of commenting on our culture, and that stuff actually did end up happening. So it's definitely our weirdest song, I think. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
iHeartRadio Live with AJR and Birthday Party. And now we're going to go one more step back to someone that's not even born yet, to Dear Winter, which is, this is probably, I would say, one of, if not your heaviest song. I mean, Ryan, it's a pretty emotional song that you wrote. Do you want to talk about Dear Winter and how this all like came to be?
Tell the story, man.
I'll tell the story. I love how everybody's reaction on the Zoom is always when they hear Dear Winter.
It is.
I have a personal connection.
that one. Yeah, I wrote that around the same time of like birthday party while we were writing for Neo Theater. And I wrote it when we were in college. We went back to college for a year last year, 2 years ago. And I asked the girl to hang out one night and she said no. And I went home and wrote the song immediately after that. And it's not really a song about her, but it's more a song about just how weird it is to date and how difficult it is and how unrealistic it is to try to find your one soulmate, and kind of the feeling of despair in that moment, but knowing like, oh, there's like an end goal here that I picture for myself.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.